got a tattoo? Then you gotta have a story behind it. We're Tat-Stories, and we bring our viewers those stories. Baseball guy's lost it a little bit, and he's grabbing ink tails with our new crew member, Katie Kaz. We're worried. Our first story rocks a KO face in Grandma's writing. In our second, we talk to Teflon Ed, who knows his origins. Finally, Hello Kitty connects with a Billy Joel lyric.
What's up, everyone? You have Katie Kaz here with Tat-Stories. We're on Ocean Beach today interviewing people about their tattoos, and we found the lovely Dana, who's rocking some serious ink. Dana, why don't you tell us a little bit about your wrist tattoo over here?
This is my anti-corporate America tattoo. You can't interview to some companies that don't want to hire people with tattoos, so I make sure I can't cover it up.
Awesome. I love that dichotomy of self-expression, especially in the workplace. Have you ever had any issues getting a job or interviewing when people have saw that tattoo?
Yes, and those are the type of people I don't want to work for.
It's a great filter, right? So how long did this tattoo take you?
I believe an hour and a half.
Cool. And where did you get it?
It was at a tattoo expo in Portland, Oregon, from a guy named Tanner in Northern California.
Awesome. Do you want to give a shout out to Tanner's shop?
I don't remember the name.
Not a problem. You got the ink on you to remember it anyway. Awesome. So then moving to your right arm here, what else do we have rocking around?
This is my memorial arm, a memorial piece for my brother who passed away in 2010. Andy, I don't know what shop he's at now, but it's in Portland, Oregon. But my go-to gal is Emily at Vertigo Tattoo. She did my beautiful, it took me 4 years to find someone to do a custom animal portrait, and it looks just like him. He was on the beach actually in this picture, and that's my go-to gal now.
Well, shout out to Emily. Those look beautiful. If you don't mind me asking, what took so long to find someone to do a portrait? Is it the way you wanted it or a likeness of your dog? Like, what was the challenge there?
The likeness, and there's so many artists that I didn't want a lot of background. I wanted my dog, my KO, to stand out without all the colors and the background and all that noise. And I mean, it's exact, like his eyes even look lit up in this.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. The texture on your arm too, with around his eyes and kind of the contour of his face, look absolutely adorable. You want to mention his name again and what kind of dog you had?
KO, and he was a boxer.
Oh, how adorable. And then what do you have over here on your bicep?
This is an apple tree. So my mom has the exact same one, but the apple's on the tree because the apple didn't fall far from the tree.
I love it. And I noticed that one's in color along with a couple others here. Any reason why certain ones are in black and gray and certain are in color, or is it kind of just whatever you're feeling for that tattoo?
Whatever I'm feeling for that tattoo. I felt like the portrait just really stood out. The peacock, because my brother passed away, the night he passed away, I kept dreaming of peacocks, and I looked them up, and they represent immortality because peacocks eat poisonous plants. And then the eye of the feathers attributed to the Greek goddess Hera for sight and wisdom into heaven. And then I did the broken heart on the pulse vein because that's what my heart broke from, is immortality.
That's really awesome. I love kind of how multi-layered that is, the symbolism and the alignment. And then I noticed you have one more over here on this side. It's a little bit of writing. You want to tell us what that says?
Yes, it says "Es liebe dich, mein Liebling," which is German for "I love you, my darling," and it's my grandmother's handwriting that she used to write me in every birthday card and note she would write to me, and she passed away in October.
That is so endearing and quite a mouthful, if I say so myself. I don't know if I could repeat that in German, and I am of German heritage. So of all the tattoos that you've gotten, Dana, do you have one that stands out as a favorite?
My KO. My tattoo. My KO dog tattoo.
Gotta go with the dog. Awesome. And then last question before we let you go. Any plans for future tattoos or kind of connecting any of these into a full sleeve, anything like that?
Yes, this one will eventually be a full henna sleeve, and I'll do like floral henna and want really thin line work on floral under here, and I have to finish her too.
That's absolutely amazing. All of your tattoos are absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much, Dana, for coming out and sharing your stories with us. Again, I'm Katie Kaz for Tat-Stories, and I'm signing out. What's up, guys? It's Katie Cass here with Tat-Stories. We're out in Pacific Beach with our friend Ed, sporting some serious ink out tonight. We're going to ask Ed a couple questions about what he's got going on. So, Ed, where are you from?
Originally from my parents, but I'm from Chicago, city proper.
And was that also conceived in Chicago, if you're from your parents?
Yes, actually it was, by the way.
Chi-town, born and raised. I love it. All right, Ed, tell us a little bit about this tattoo you got going on your bicep.
So the tattoo was pretty much three-phase. The guitar is actually my guitar I got from 1989. It's a BC Rich Bitch. It's a USA made, and it's my first child before my other two were born. The problem was that the guy who's tattooing me, he said, your skin is like Teflon. I put ink in, and it shoots the ink out. 13 hours of just putting the flag, the eagle, and the guitar on, and I had many a beer. It was not a good time, but I also chalk it up to he probably wasn't experienced enough. So after that, I moved to Arizona from Chicago, and I wanted to get a Arizona tattoo. That went on pretty well, and the tattoo from Stephanie is my daughter. And so it's funny because when I see people like, you know, you're married, your wife's name is Marie, and they see Stephanie, I'm like, no, it's my daughter, it's okay.
Important clarification there, absolutely. So if you had this on, you had 13 hours for this one tattoo, is that correct?
Yeah, it was 2 sessions of long, painful sessions. So.
My goodness. And if you were drinking the whole time, I got to ask, do you remember the end?
Yes, I do.
Maybe a little fuzzy?
It was okay. I have a high tolerance to alcohol, but I have also a high tolerance to pain, so.
Awesome, I love it. And why don't you give a shout out? Who gave you that too, and what shop did you get it done at?
Actually, it was some guy's house.
Okay, so we're going bootleg, I see.
I was the guinea pig, and he was starting out, so. But I don't, it's been covered over once, updated, and I'm pretty much ready for another one, so.
Makes a little more sense why it might have taken 13 hours if it was in someone's garage, am I right?
Yeah, it was in some guy's basement in Chicago, but it is what it is, and I'm happy with it, and it came out the way exactly I wanted. He actually spent about 6 hours designing it because, again, as we know, tattoos not only represent what you believe, but they're forever, and you want to make sure that they are what you want, and this is exactly what I wanted.
Absolutely, it's a back and forth process for sure, and I gotta say, for having it done by someone in a garage, it looks beautiful. And then you have another tattoo on your back?
Yes.
What's that about?
So my wife and I got married on 11/11/2017, and we always had this thing about this day forward, from the day we got married to this day forward. So her and I got matching tattoos, and the verbiage is the same, but she has butterflies on hers, and I'm trying to figure out how to add to it to make it more a little manly, I would say. And so I'm thinking we're both Pisces, so I'm thinking either fish or hammerhead sharks.
I love it. So I gotta ask then too, who took the tattoo worse, you or your wife?
I think she did.
Really? Oh, we won't tell her that though, right?
But she has a lot of tattoos, so she's a better person than I am.
That's awesome. Now, are these the only two you have? Any plans for more?
I might. You know what but they always said it's an addiction. You get one, you want more, and it's like I'm in a professional setting, and you always want to make sure that you're kind of covered up, but at the same time, you want more.
Absolutely. And it sounds like the ones that you have are very meaningful to you. There's a lot of layers behind them. I think I really respect people who put a lot of thought and effort into their tattoos. So if you did have plans for another, any idea of imagery or symbolism that you got going on so far, or TBD?
Well, it's funny because I do preservation work on Route 66, and everybody's like, you need to get a Route 66 tattoo with everything else to it, but it's like, again, you want something that's going to represent you for the rest of your life, and you could always walk away from that. And I don't know what I would want to do, but now my whole left arm is open.
Oh, you got a ton of real estate left. We could do Route 66 all the way down.
But what you understand is that when you have little body fat in your arms, and when you hit the tricep, it hurts like hell.
Absolutely. Actually, on that note, what's the most painful part of your tattoos that you got?
Right here.
Oh, right on the nerve, I would imagine.
I'm a grown man, and I had tears running down my eyes because I'm like, please hurry the hell up.
Yep, we won't tell anyone though. Awesome.
Sure you won't. So you're fine.
Awesome. Well, Ed, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. You got some great ink on you. I'm Katie Cass for Tat-Stories, and we're signing out.
Baseball Guy here, and I've got Christine. Christine, how are you doing today?
I'm doing awesome. How are you?
I'm excellent, and I'm like loving the beach. I'm sure you are, and I'm loving your tattoos and your left arm. You've got like a half sleeve going on here.
Yes, I do. I have definitely a collage of different things that kind of describe who I am and things maybe I've been through.
So the first one that stands out to me is the Hello Kitty, and why don't you tell me about your Hello Kitty?
So I had a cat named Goldie that I had probably for about 15 to 16 years, and when she passed, I designed a Hello Kitty that had a tail on it, which she typically doesn't, and put her name in the middle, just as a reminder of who she is.
Very nice. And then the cupcake. Why don't you tell me about the cupcake?
So a lot of people that meet me, so I'm a Pisces, and everyone says I'm too sweet, so cupcake.
All right, she's too sweet. Now, is that your personality, or do you like taste too sweet?
I will say it's definitely my personality, but I won't deny the other part.
Nice. All right. And now we also got a basketball and a microphone.
Yeah, so I'm an athlete. Basketball was actually my second sport. Baseball, softball is my number one sport. And then just music is everything to me, so it's my love language.
All right, who's your favorite band?
I would say if you were talking country, Dan and Shay, definitely. If we were going different genres, we could go for days, so I'll leave it there.
All right, and then thinking of music, Just the Way You Are, I think of Billy Joel. Why don't you tell me what Just the Way You Are means to you?
So again, I've always been a very independent person, and I've always just been through a lot. So I've always stayed true to who I am and never wanted to change that. So.
Okay, awesome. And then your leg, you said you got like a big palm tree, and what else you got going on down there?
Yeah, so I'm from Virginia, and of course in Virginia we don't have palm trees. We have lots of trees, but not palm trees. So when I first came to visit San Diego, I loved it. I moved here after the weather and the, of course, scenery and the palm trees. So I have one on my left hip, and then of course one on my left palm.
All right, and then what else do you have on your legs?
I have again, after music, I have just a bunch of music notes that go down my right leg with the word serendipity in the middle of it, which is a fortunate accident, and that's probably why I live in La Jolla now, so yeah.
Nice. Honestly, if Baseball Guy lives in San Diego, Baseball Guy doesn't live in La Jolla. If I could live anywhere in the world, it's La Jolla. So which of your tattoos was your first one?
I actually have a nickname from when I was a kid, and my friends called me Honey. So I had on my 18th birthday, I got a honey tattoo, like right on my lower hip.
All right. So, and I guess not too many people get to see that one, but when they do, they find out it's pretty sweet.
Absolutely, and there's actually some honey there. So.
Actual honey. Okay. Well,
We'll leave it there.
my tongue is tied. And then of all your tattoos, which one's your favorite?
I would say my sleeve for sure.
Obviously, that's very representative of who you are. What's next?
Probably another quote. I was looking at a couple simple things, maybe doing something on my rib cage. So we'll see.
Now, rib cage, I heard, can be very painful. What's been your most painful one?
I would have to say my hip, because I'm small, so my bone right there.
So the honey might have hurt, but when the honey is licked now, it feels really good.
It's worth it.
All right, so Baseball Guy and Christine, and we're checking out.